Yo, what's up? How y'all doing, fellas? Out Bush again. We at the spot. You know what I'm saying? GBS Pod Show with the founder CEO, Miss Rena. Well, she got organic products. So, Miss Rena, tell us about your business. What's it about? Let us know about that.
So I sell natural hair products. I sell natural hair products to women that actually want to be natural. Products that don't have any chemicals in it, no alcohol or anything like that. Real rooted products that I can make in my kitchen, that anybody can make in their kitchen.
Right.
You know, that don't have any harmful side effects or chemicals in them.
So what's the name of your brand? Think of your brand.
Rena Hardy Parker Naturals of
like
Earth
that.
and Nature.
And I like that because, you know, I want you to repeat it again because I'm big on generational wealth. I think leave any kind of legacy, your name have to be included into that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so when you have kids, right? So when you lead this grateful world, you want your kids to know, hey, that's my mother brand.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So that's big on generational wealth. How long you been doing this brand?
I've been doing it for about 5 years now.
Wow, 5 years.
5 years.
Right. So what kind of results you got from it? I think
a lot.
Yeah, like what?
Because as of right now, this day and age, a lot of people are going natural or returning natural, rather.
Dope.
It coming from decades of women not wearing their natural hair, being scared to wear their natural hair, not being comfortable in their natural hair, to wanting to learn how to do it. You know, and they just need the right guidance for that, and also the right products for that. Because a lot of products for natural hair are not good for your hair. You know, a lot of them are not even natural people that are making the product. They're people that just know that this is the fad right now, and let me put that out so I can sell it, and people are eating it up, and they're not getting the results that they want.
I like that, you know, and I'm thinking what you're saying, because I have a beard, right? And I think my beard been this size for like 3 or 4 years. So don't lie, I know that saying.
I'm just, okay.
I've been real. I been edging up all through the trimming. So would your products help?
Absolutely.
My beard grow?
Absolutely. My products, my hair oil in general is not just for the hair on top of your head. It can go all over your body. Okay. The products that, or the ingredients that I put in my hair oil can go on your body as far as eczema is concerned, dry skin, your beard, everything. It's not just on your head type of hair oil.
Now, I like the little shine too, though. I get the shine with my beard too.
Absolutely.
Dope. I like taking like pictures, and I like beard. I tell people I like my beard. You know, sun hit the, hit the beard and the gristle.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get that.
So you're supposed to do that, right?
Absolutely. And it's naturally conditioning as well.
So what inspired you to start this product up?
Because I used to make my own hair products. So before there was me thinking to sell them, it was me doing it. I was doing it, using it, put it in my head and put it in my children's head. And people always ask me since I was a tiny little girl, what do you mix with? What do you put in your hair? What is this? What is that? You know, and I would have to explain since I was 7 years old what I was doing with my hair. And eventually I said, well, instead of explaining this, because most people don't get it, you know, most people don't really understand what I'm saying, let me put out the product. You know, let me actually sell this to them so that they can use it as well and decide if they like it as well.
That's dope. So I'm guessing you use your own products right for your hair, right? And so your hair is like healthy. That's real. As I'm going to the beach now, I see that we ain't like carrying it, so that's good results, right?
Yeah.
Now the colorness. Now what comes with the color in the hair is that's the stuff, your product, you make it the texture. That's dope.
Naturally, most black people hair is
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I would get asked all the time, are you Indian, or is your mom white, is your dad white, or who's white, or who's... I'm like, I'm black. I'm mixed black. But I didn't understand when I was younger why people would ask that. You know, it's a long, deep-rooted history of why black people don't know why they have curly hair, or if they have curly hair.
You know the history?
I know the history.
What's up? Tell us about it. Educate me. I don't know the history.
It comes from us being put here in America, right?
Right.
White people did not want to see us with our hair out.
That's real.
At all.
Okay.
So we were first told to wrap it up.
That's real.
That's where the Aunt Jemima with the hair tie.
With the serum.
Right. So then when we get out of being that, then we're trying to work, trying to get a job. What we're gonna do with our hair? We can't come in with a rag on the head.
True.
Right. So then you can't have no natural hair. You can't have the curls out. That's not appropriate. So now here comes the relaxers and perms to straighten your hair.
100%.
Right.
100%.
So now you're more presentable because you look like them.
100%.
Right. So from young ages, people would get the relaxers and perms in the hair, and they wouldn't know that their hair was ever curly.
Right.
You're not cognizant of your hair ever being curly, because as soon as you got some hair, you're gonna slap some conditioner and stuff in it and make it straight. Right. Hot comb, all that.
That's real.
Right. So that's a generation of people, and it's over 20 decades, or excuse me, over 2 decades of people that never seen natural hair. right?
Right.
So then you come to my decade, my generation, and where you get curly hair from? And I'm like, you got curly hair too? What you mean?
Yeah.
No, we don't. My hair's straight. No, your hair is naturally curly. No, my hair is straight. You don't know because you've never seen it.
So like, so they train their hair at an early age then, right?
Absolutely. So then you get the generation that has done the relaxers, done the perms, and basically fried and dyed their hair to where they don't even think their hair grows.
Come on now.
And they also don't know their hair is naturally curly too.
Come on now, that's crazy
then
work.
To combat that, they add in the weave. That's what
yeah.
Now you gotta put something
in. That's real.
Right?
100%.
So they don't know nothing about hair. They don't know how to do no natural hair. They don't know anything about it. And then they put the weave in. Right? So you got generations lost about natural hair, about what actually grows out of their head, the way it grows out of their head.
So your product's gonna rejuvenate the curliness back, right?
You have to stop with the products that you're using.
Right.
So my goal is to first get people to understand what the actual issue is, right? If you don't know the issue, you're not going to get. I probably put it on all day. It ain't gonna do nothing for you.
That's real.
Right?
That's real.
You have to actually reverse. You can't put the medicine on the cancer over and over again. You're still doing what's called the issue, right?
Yeah.
So I have to. In my work, it's not just about a product.
Right.
It's about the mindset of our people.
Right.
You know, because a lot of people don't want their natural hair. Not because it's not beautiful. Because they may see somebody else with curls, oh, that's beautiful. And they might want that. They might get a wig that looks like that. Right. But the mindset is you have to learn how to love yourself, how yourself is. Right? That's something that we don't have as black people.
That's true.
You don't matter man, woman, hair or not.
I follow it.
You have to learn to love yourself, your skin, the skin you in. That is the natural part of it.
Yeah, that's real.
You know? So if my work goes more than just a hair product, it's more of a, I have to actually first understand where the mindset is.
100%.
Because it's so much easier to throw on a wig or put in some fake hair than it is to learn how to do your actual hair.
100%.
Right?
I'm gonna tell you something. I had to put my glasses. Hey, chat. I had to put my glasses on because I had to see the evidence of her hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this, not only is she helping out with your exterior hair, but also your interior mindset. And that's dope. You know what I'm saying, chat? So I'm like, man. So you educate me, but also, man, they also give me the products that brings me back to home base.
Absolutely.
So it's a mission you're on. It would be more so a mission, right?
It really is more of a mission
to educate,
just sell a product.
Yeah.
Because at first is people think about money.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I would love to make money doing it.
Right.
I still have a family to feed.
Right.
But to see our people uplifted and doing what God intended us to do, that's way more beautiful.
100%.
You know.
So what's your mission behind it? So let me ask you this, right? Yeah, what's your mission behind your products? Because I love the packaging.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
I love the story behind it.
Thank you.
I love the purpose, and I see your legacy. What's the mission?
I want our people to understand them at the very basic, naturally.
Right.
You know, a lot of the things that we do and delve in are things that we have been told to do and delve in.
100%.
For fear of us knowing ourselves.
100%.
For fear of us, overcoming
100%.
the oppression that we've been put in.
Yeah.
If you are looking like yourself, how you're supposed to be, how God made you.
Right.
The power in that alone.
Yeah, it's strong, right?
That's strong.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to have to deal with that because sometimes it may keep you from a job. It may, if you don't know how to do it right, it may keep you from opportunities. But do you really want that opportunity if you have to not be yourself?
100%. That's dope though. That's it's funny you mentioned that. It will go like a detour right quick because I even myself, when I meet certain people, you know what I'm saying, in different atmosphere, different settings, my tone of voice changed, right?
Absolutely.
My vocabulary changed, right? I ask myself all the time, like, what is proper English? What is etiquette speaking? You know what I'm saying? I think we all have it. I think I learned over the years how to adjust based on the setting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a person.
Yeah.
Anyway. The people that don't know how to adjust are the people that get left behind.
Right. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know because Sue, like, I really want to be myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not 100%. I use the Urban Dictionary terms. I'm at like 30%, not 100. But I want But my brother Kevin, he'll look out for me. You know what I'm saying? He on, you know, big shout to Kevin Faruka, realtor on Crack That Diner on A1A. I can be myself around him though. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I can be straightforward with him. But I've been in some meetings I couldn't be myself based on, you know, because I'm already, like you say, you got to know your value first. But fast forward to today in this time when I started my own brand up, I know my value, so I have more confidence. All right, I have more confidence. When I speak to people now, I don't believe in like, you know, like code change. I like use your term. I like that. I'm more like, you know what I'm saying, like proper etiquette. You know what I'm saying, like social etiquette. I use that term. You know what I'm saying, like.
Because you have to know where you're around.
And I want everybody to understand, because like you said, mental wise, I want like the melanated culture to understand the importance of I'm using this term, self-brand ambassador. You're your first brand ambassador before somebody else hire you for their brand. You be a brand ambassador, you're a staff or employee or supervisor.
CEO, right.
Yeah.
Wherever you present yourself, you are
You're the brand ambassador 100%.
Absolutely.
Before they even invest into what you got going on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Your resume is like an open, it gives us an insight, but if you put, if I give you 2 applications now, you know what I'm saying? One could be from Ivy League college, university. Other would be from another, like I'm not an Ivy League university. You know what I'm saying? And you may bring in, and I actually had the social experiment, about 2 years ago with a buddy of mine. And so you look at both resumes, but then again, the melanated person that was in the Ivy League, he didn't get hired. But the one that wasn't in the Ivy League university, he got hired. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So really, our appearance does fell apart. Now, with your products, and I love about that, like what you're saying is, Al, we got to be able to feel comfortable in who we are first before we have somebody else accept us. But then again, you just went back years ago, though, like decades. You say, Al, we've been trained already.
Right.
Just trained out the you know,
our names.
Our
image, our appearance.
He said hot cone, you have, right?
Yeah.
So all that just to get to receive approval from our fellow brothers and sisters of opposite race. So we have not yet understand our value. And we still wear wigs.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
But you know, we still have some lost individuals that, you know, and maybe some are gonna stay lost. Everybody can't get back on the ship.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Now 100%.
But you know, the majority, if you can get as much as you can to at least acknowledge.
Yeah. See and the value by itself, value information is very key.
Absolutely.
I love that about, you know, life. You know what I'm saying? I can sit down with everybody, any race, any religion, any creed, and I love knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody has something knowledge.
Come on now.
That we need.
Yeah, come on now.
Regardless if you like that race of person, they all have some knowledge.
100%.
Health, wealth,
100%.
You're going to get something.
100%. 100%. You know, so your products though, how you like? At what point you think about scaling it so people in other countries, continents, and origins, or even regions, could, you know what I'm saying, could test out and hear your story.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, talk to me. What's the thing?
The United States of America has the biggest problem with being themselves.
100%.
Hey y'all.
Yo, how you doing now?
So black people started every race.
Right.
Everybody comes from us.
100%. I follow you.
So then when we started in our original place and ventured out to other continents, countries, all that, there's black people everywhere.
Right.
And they kept knowledge that we weren't allowed to keep. Right? I
got you.
So we weren't allowed to keep our original medicine.
I got you.
Right? We weren't allowed to keep our original name.
But they're like home remedies though, right? They call them like some seasons. I call it elderly season. So for our seasoned population, I call home remedies, but I think organic, like natural.
Homeopathic, things like that. I went to school for it, and I remember learning in school that they were teaching us European things, and I was like, you do know that this goes deeper than just
100%.
Right?
100%.
You got Indian people, you got all different races that come from us that kept knowledge and continue to do it. Chinese they're one of the biggest places to continue to use homeopathy.
100%. 100%.
So
They keep it original.
They keep it
so you saying so what you saying? You telling me that nowadays everything is so divisive, but I call it smoke and mirror effect that let's keep this population, this race, you know what I'm saying, blinded and judgmental, and was resorting to self-destruct because you know we don't know who we are. We can't get no job. We say they won't hire us. We can't do X, Y, and Z because they won't allow us to do it.
Right.
But and I love it because you say your product not only to help out the exterior, but also help out the interior mindset of a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when they hear your story, and I'm just thinking, how can I get your story on the platform that people, you know, like you can push your brand along with that story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now your product, I'm sure you make products for everybody, but your mission outweighs the product itself.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so you stand on business with that. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the bigger part.
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you something, and you know what I'm saying. So my lingo changed up. So I feel comfortable around you, but I can switch back to proper etiquette.
Go ahead.
No, you know, but it's so funny though because I think first we gotta know who we are, right?
Oh yeah.
I think all race is powerful in its own way. I'm not gonna denounce no opposite way. All race is powerful within its own way or rights, how you want to categorize that, right? So what we gotta work on though, like with your brand, I always go type because your brand is the forefront and maybe the caterpillar of our race enlightenment. That makes sense?
Yes.
So you know, like, all right, you get these products here. Yes, I'm not only, you know, melanated women-owned company. There's also a history about why I started my brand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They looking for results. Well, hey, look at my hair now. This is my results. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's dope. So I'm not only educating you how to take care of your hair, but also educating you about mental-wise or from an educational standpoint. Okay, hey,
this is why you
think like that.
And it's self-work.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's self-work because I can only tell you so much to allow you to be able to say, hey, I need to change how I'm thinking about myself.
But see, I was gonna bring that out though. You're right. Because how you get through that first, it's hard now. Some of that like they call like one of the hardest almond shell or walnut shell, one of the hardest shell. Yeah. It's hard.
It's very hard because leaving yourself of how you created yourself, that's your cocoon, that's your safe place.
Right.
You know, I'm comfortable in what I just put on myself because I know that's my protection. I go and present myself to the world with a wig on and some makeup on. I know I'm safe. That's what I've been doing. I've been building that up. I know how to do it perfectly. I'm safe.
Yeah.
When you have to strip that off of somebody and tell them to go barefaced naturally,
as you are,
as you woke up, as God made you, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's different. Because you have to actually like yourself.
Right. So you think we're looking for approval from other people then?
Absolutely. At some level, everybody has to get approval of somebody. You go to work, you have to be dressed appropriate. Right? You go to school, you gotta be dressed appropriate.
Even in relationships.
You go to church, you gotta be dressed appropriately. Even in a relationship, you can't just walk out and you got whatever you felt like walking in and you don't like it. You know?
So at what point, right? Mm-hmm. So at what point do we act ourselves? So we really can't be ourselves.
It's not that we can't be ourselves, it's that we have to learn the appropriate time to be ourselves. You know, everybody's self is different.
Right.
You know, there's some people that want to dress like a lizard. That's you. That's what you want to do. Okay, when can you do that though? Yeah. You have to pick a time and place for everything. Now, to be your natural self, how God intended, I'm not gonna go out. You know, it's a time and place where I know that my hair cannot be out. Right. I can't walk into the kitchen if I'm working in the kitchen and just have my hair out. Right. I got to put it in the mud or something. You know, that's something that you have to know how to do regardless. Right. No matter if you put on a wig or not.
That's real. That's real. That's real. So my question is this. So your brand, your hair products, what's the price range on it? Because like, so can Alexandra or Al that have no, you know, everybody got a $5, $10 they can spell. Do you fit that that market?
Or you got $20? You got $20 business?
That's the starting business.
That's it.
All right,
that's it. I'm not making it overpriced.
That's real.
I'm mindful of the fact that, first of all, people think natural hair is expensive anyway.
Right.
They already think it takes so much time and effort.
But it's organic, though, like you said, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I do have to price it for the organic.
And this is a business too now.
Ingredient, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's priced appropriately, but it's also not over anything.
Right.
But
we ain't trying to break the bank.
Exactly.
It's a mission.
Absolutely.
But once the mission spread, you don't want to in the business. You know this now. As a business, we don't want to downplay ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because I think once you get the story out, like, hey, this is the reason I'm doing this, and this is the purpose. Then we can move forward with the product. It makes sense. But I love how you're not being selfish. You say, "Oh, yo, check this out. Yo, GBS family, check this out. We ain't trying to doggone sell the product $60 a box. We want to get the mission out first.
Right.
But let's get the mission out first. I'm gonna sell my product $20.
Yep. Once you know yourself, then you say, "Oh, well, now I need something natural to go in my natural hair."
Then you come up with the kits.
All that stuff that comes with it.
That's dope. I ain't gonna lie. That's there been times, man. I tell you. I think recently I asked people. Al, 5 years ago, I say, you know what? What's freedom to you, Al? Mine used to be all about money, right? Financial freedom. That was my main go-to. I think now people ask me what freedom now is. What's my freedom now? It's just time.
Absolutely, spending your time how you want to spend.
Yeah, that's what. You know what I'm saying? My family. You know what I'm saying? So
when you're chasing money, you don't get that freedom.
You don't get the freedom
at all.
But I neglected quality time too, though. You know what I'm saying? And so, but then again, it brings to the next term I like to use is sacrifice. Or you would sacrifice for this freedom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking you the $1 million question. What's freedom mean to you?
Freedom means I can wake up and see my children. I can actually see them. I can actually talk to them. I'm not just rushing them out the house. I'm not just rushing them so we can go to work and school and things like that. I can actually spend time with my children and know them. They know mommy. Mommy knows them. I understand you. I can play. We can enjoy each other.
Right.
Because I work 2-3 jobs at a time. Dropping kids off at daycare, working, and then I've done it to make money. Because I wanted that money. Thinking that's going to give me the freedom.
100%.
It didn't give me nothing but shackles. Because now I had to be on time. I had to make sure lunch was packed on time. Everybody had to be in the daycare. I didn't get to see them. We saw each other for maybe an hour and a half every night.
That's crazy.
Gotta go to bed. Hurry up. Gotta get wake up tomorrow. You know, that's not freedom. It sucks. It's horrible. That's a horrible cycle to be in. You know, some people like it. I hate it. I cannot stand it. I hate a 9 to 5. I hate an 8-hour job. I hate going to work. I hate it. I'm not lazy.
Right.
I don't like being on someone else's schedule to the point where I can't even look at the people that I made.
100%.
You know?
And that do kind of suck. I ain't gonna lie to you. And what I love about sacrificing, right? There's people like, what's sacrificing about? You know, what you really sacrifice? So for my mom right now, you know what I'm saying, I sacrifice a lot to make sure she's good. I mean, continue to have all kinds of job offers coming to me for my lap. Al, leave your company alone, come work for us. But and I could have, Al, name your salary. You know, I'm the supervisor, I'm the administrator. And those were some challenging, you know, moments I had to think about that, right? Because I'm like, man, I think I'm taking my mom.
Is it really worth it?
Is it really worth it? And then kind of find out, I say, no, I'm gonna stick with what I'm doing. I gotta make sure my mom's good. You know what I'm saying? So the sacrifices that we have to make day in and day out, it outweighs the financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, and I hear what you're saying too, like, Al, my sacrifices, I guess we're in the same mindset on that. You know, not about employment, working all day, you know, no matter how much money you're making, but that time with your family. You know what I'm saying? I sacrifice the income, I sacrifice 2 or 3 jobs. If I have one job to offset all my expenses, and I also have time to spend with my family and loved ones, that's even dope, right? I ain't gonna lie to you, that's dope. And that's a message that we all have to spread to one another. I don't care what race background you are. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm glad that we was able to not only understand like the importance of life, not just through your hair products, but also the importance of life just through people's mindset in general, that we got to spread to other people. This is what we're facing. This is what we're dealing with. Let's partner up and make things happen. You gotta make these sacrifices, which family time have to be your freedom. You know what I'm saying? No more financial freedom, but educational.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I love when you say, you know, Al, you know, my product about education. Right. You know what I'm saying? Real deal, because I want to educate people while they're using products. Not just because we had it just for me a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
We love to see those boxes. We love to see little girls in the boxes.
Right.
But here's the funny thing. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
They showed the girls, you know, 20 some odd years later, and they all went natural.
Really?
From
so
all
the perm at the time,
yeah,
right?
They're doing the perm and the relaxers then, and that was cute. But now they're all returning natural.
Yeah, see?
Natural hair. So that shows.
I'm gonna tell you something. We're gonna go on another detour. It's like, I guess it's more so like we gotta fake it till we make it.
Oh yeah.
But at what point do we stop faking it? Because I feel as though that I'm still cheating myself. So you saying,
here in America,
I was saying,
we gonna be cheating.
We're cheating ourselves, right?
You know,
that's crazy. You gotta play the role.
Yep.
What you mentioned, I want to say, you didn't say we gotta wake up. We have to educate ourselves on our values.
What we bring to the table.
But we bring too much value to the table. Then we might, you know what I'm saying? Nobody coming to pay these bills.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, that's the reality.
Wow. So I love how you create this brand. They're not only going to leave a legacy for your kids and build generational wealth, but you have the power, right? So you have nobody to answer to. You have nobody saying or control your next destination.
Or how I'm doing it.
Or how you doing it.
Right.
Or I think you should do this. I think you should do that. That's dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing in itself.
100%. That's what I love. When, you know, I have to relate with you on this because with the brand I have, people say, "What you charge for a photo shoot? What's your budget?" I don't work for a corporation and say let me check in with the boss. Right. I'm saying I gotta do it for this. My own magazine. We fired the people that was doing it. I bought all the equipment, so we do our own magazine. Right. I'm gonna run my witness and say, "No, Al, I gotta wait. You next in line," or you know what I'm saying? "I think you should do it this way," or "Al, I don't have time to do it for you." Right. So I agree with you. I want to have all control in my hands. Yep. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Now, it would be some time to have partners, right? Of course. And those partners will bring more resources. Right. And I'm big on having a resourceful circle. Right. So I contact, in my phone, I can contact anybody, and I contact lawyers, CPAs, business owners. You know what I'm saying? All walks of life. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't be guardian. Right, you can't be that. You want to talk to, who you want to know. Right, I'll be real with you. You never know who's the best person. Yo, I'll be real with you. So in my experiences, melanated kings and queens I dealt with, they helped me out. As much as somebody else. Come on now. Absolutely, that's true. That's my white brothers and sisters. Yep. That's my extended brothers and sisters. Yeah. It's almost like, I don't want you to know that. No. 100%. We're not in competition. Right. You know? But see, that's what I'm saying. So for somebody your product, you got a good message, a straightforward message. How do we get to the people that, you know what I'm saying? I say they see the value, but their mindset is not calibrated the way it needs to be calibrated for the world. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I market when I walk outside. Yeah. Every day I want to show you my natural self. 100%. That I have to. You won't have to see me natural. 100%. Every day. You never gonna see me with a wig on. Yeah. You're never gonna see me with no weave in my hair. I thought you had one. I ain't gonna lie, I thought you had a little. And people ask me that all the time. Is that weave? Is that wig? Oh, I didn't know that was a real hair. I never put anything else in my hair. I don't even straighten my hair. People ask me all the time, why did you straighten your hair? I want to see it straight. I want to see how long it is. No, I did that way back when. That's dope. You know, that's not me anymore. That's not something I'm looking for anymore. That's not a style that I want. That's not me anymore. Yeah, you know? So even when people go on vacation, we got to get the box braids and things like that. I don't, because my hair can get wet, and I can get it dry, and I can go this way, and I can put it in ponytail, and it's versatile. I don't have to do that, and it's easy. And so my thing is, I have to show people how easy it is. Because if you always think something is hard to do, come on now, you're not going to ever decide to do it. You think it's impossible? Now that goes with victim mentality though. That's a whole new episode we got to talk about. Because you know your brand, like you keep saying, the person mentality, but it can be a victim mentality. And so we gotta try to change that victim mentality to a victor mentality. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And so that's a whole other episode though, because I wanna, you know, only dig deeper because son, you're very knowledgeable. Now I gotta look at what to talk with you. Cause I got, you know what I'm saying? I got so many questions. I got so many questions in my mind. I want to get all at one time, but I don't want to get off script for your brain. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just all about like what you saying is solid though. It's real solid. But at the same on the other side of the coin is that will we be able to support each other's brand at the level that we're doing it for Target, Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Because you mentioned, that's a detour now. I tell you, detour.
That's our avenue right now. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. That's on the board for all of us as a business right now. That's our next journey.
That's the goal, right?
That's the goal. That's what we have to get to. Because we done boycotted Target, right?
And we back shopping there.
Who?
We back shopping there. You better go ride, and then we ride by there. See, we back shopping there.
That's you. I canceled my subscription.
But that's just you though. But we not doing it though.
They are. Great, cool. But when do we decide that we need to still do it for ourselves, even though we still do it?
Why Fubu not in the business?
Fubu didn't change with the time.
No, but we so big on black. Oh, American. Oh, Fubu should be still been. Gucci ain't never changed with the time. They still got the same 2 G's on it and the brown.
Gucci stole their designs from Africa.
I'm just saying, they never changed it. But they never changed their design though.
Yeah, because it was an African design. You ain't gotta change what you already stole. You done stole it already.
Well, that's what it means.
You done stole your design and you're marketing it. And guess who they're marketing it to the most? Guess who goes out and buys it and don't even have money?
We do. The money and the culture.
So we're the ones that are making the world go round. Literally.
Yeah, I believe it.
We are the consumers.
Right.
You know?
100%. We're the engine.
We're the mannequins of everybody.
Yeah.
And we make it cool.
Yeah.
We make everything
but
cool.
We still suffer, as you say, right?
Because we're not putting the money into our community.
But so Fubu should still be here.
Absolutely. Fubu should be. You know, that I don't know what happened in their business, because that's a business thing.
Right.
But that's something that they have to talk about. I don't.
You think they make a comment in there? You think they'll hit?
Maybe another brand from the same people.
Oh man!
I don't want to see no big old FUBU on nobody's shirt.
You know what I mean, though, right?
I'm not a.
You know what I mean,
though?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that was a trailblazer. What's going on?
Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. You got the Sean Johns and the apple bottoms, and Nelly came back with his apple bottoms.
You did?
He's gonna bring them back. Yeah.
See, you gonna buy some?
It's nothing.
No, see? You want to
I'm in hot Florida. Pants?
You got pants on now.
I'm not going to support it. I'll definitely support.
Right. Let's get a furry boots. Let's get a furry boots.
He didn't make furry boots.
That was a video. That was a video there. The video had the furry. My bad.
I mean, it's an ensemble. You can rack it, but you know, it's things that we have to do to support ourselves more than we support the corporations and the businesses that we are used to frequenting. You know? Yeah,
you're not going to like downtown Daytona, 2nd Avenue. Mm-hmm. That place should be thriving. And then I go to D-Land downtown, they thriving.
The thing I have for that place is, it makes me sad to go down there and it's not what I want to do. Because I know it can be beautiful.
It's support though. It's support. You know, it's support though, right?
It's a community thing though. We got to get our community to say, hey, you have a business, put it here. Put your business here.
It has though. I ain't gonna lie, it has been there.
It has.
But recent too, but nobody never came and supported. Just like, so that was one of them. My man just went shut down.
But who owns that street?
What you mean, the city? What you mean owns that street?
Who owns it? Because remember.
Well, the citizens do. We pay taxes for it.
Do we really though? Do we really get to own it how we want to?
Would you like property?
Rent it out? Are they going to keep raising the rent so you can't?
Oh, okay. So you say like property. We don't really own our homes.
We gotta buy up the land. We gotta buy up the property. We gotta do.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean it's real deep now. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But when do we have that starting point? Like, you know, 2nd Avenue should be thriving. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? As enough as out of mind. I went to Soul City the other day. There's trash all over there. They picked up number of trash. You know, I think first you gotta cherish our value. Let's cherish our value first.
This is the area that I live in, but I don't have to take care of it. I could throw. I just got finished eating my Chick-fil-A or my McDonald's. I'm just throwing trash out right here.
Right.
When I say that irks me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because it's like you don't cherish where you live at. Regardless if it's a project, regardless if it's a mansion, wherever you are at, you should be able to.
But we get to the mindset though. So what do you think the mindset is?
Our mindset. First of all, it's not taught. You know.
Okay.
The parents of some children.
Trigger down the fact.
Right.
Yeah.
So
carry your own behavior.
You're not taught to cherish that. You're not taught to put your trash up and things like that. You're never going to do it.
Never do it. Yeah.
Until you say, "Oh, I'm tired of picking up trash at your own house."
Yeah, that's true. I feel
it's a generational effect. It's trickle down effect.
It's a curse.
I don't care. I need to start. Somebody gonna pick it up. It's their job. But you know, it's somebody else's job to do it.
Right.
And sometimes it's your job. Sometimes it's your job to either if you don't put it there, put it in trash. That way nobody got to do it.
I've been in the store all the time picking up stuff.
Yeah.
Like my conscience say I don't walk by that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You want to walk by trash. And I tell kids that I live around all the time because they do that, especially when I was selling lemonades. I'm like,
yeah, bring those back. Those be dope,
they
man.
tell
For
me
real.
all the time.
Those dope.
I'm like, y'all not about to throw this trash around here.
Yeah.
I live here. You go over there and you live over there. Throw your trash over there by you and see how your mama like it.
You stay for it like that?
Oh, of course. Because you have to, at some point, we're not sugarcoating anymore.
That's real.
Because when are you going to learn better?
That's real.
You got to do better. At some point, you got to learn better and do better.
That's real.
You know, and my children know where trash go.
Yeah.
In the trash.
That's real.
I don't care where you at. Throw the trash where it's supposed to.
That's real now. I ain't mad. Hey, I ain't mad at you now. So I gotta give this challenge to you, right? So this is a challenge I got for you. So, we at the beach, right? The wind is carrying your hair. The volume is dope. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta get in front of the camera, you know what I'm saying? And show the people, like, the healthiness of your product, what it do to your hair. You've been using that product for a long time.
Absolutely.
5 years, right?
Absolutely.
So how long?
Over 5 years.
Over 5 years.
5 years. Yes.
Right. So if a person buy this product here, how long would it take for them to see some kind of,
a person that is straight natural, right?
Okay.
You're not putting no chemicals in your hair. You haven't had no perma relaxer, or you already got rid of the perma relaxer, right? You're not using chemicals. You're not using other products that have chemicals. Because some people say, "Oh, it's a natural product," but nobody reads the ingredients.
Right.
I read the ingredients everything.
Right.
It say natural on the front, but on the back.
Yeah, and they preservatives, right? Yeah.
Right. You're not. So it again, it's a process.
Right.
Because people think they're doing something natural, they're not doing it natural.
Right.
So if you're all natural, right, and you put this product on, and here's how I recommend you use the product.
I got you.
So start with dry hair, right? Start with dry, regular, natural hair, and you put it to your scalp, right? Massage it into your scalp, let it sit. What's going to happen while you're letting it sit is it's going to open up your pores because it's got peppermint oil in it, it's got avocado oil in it, it's got black seed oil in it, black castor oil in it, okay? Tea tree oil in it. These things are going to get into your scalp and start to moisturize your scalp, open up your scalp, wake up your scalp, right? That's what body lotion, right?
Yeah.
Then you get into the shower, okay? And people say, "Oh, you're going to rinse it out." No. What you're doing is allowing it to get from just your scalp to the rest of your hair. Okay? Once it gets to the rest of your hair, it coats your hair. So you got like a jacket on every strand of your hair.
I follow
right?
That's dope. I like that analogy.
Right?
Yeah.
So once you get out of the shower, take your old t-shirt. Now, no dry, hard towel.
Right.
Because that's going to pull hair.
I got you.
Take your old t-shirt, wrap it up, go ahead and put lotion on or shea butter or whatever you put on.
Right.
And then take your hair out. Let your hair dry a little bit. Right? You can either style it from there, or you can do an overnight style. So in the morning, you can take it out. Because I'm a big anti-knot girl. What that means is, when I get out the shower, when I'm done drying, let my hair dry, I just twist my hair into big knots. What that does is allow my hair to stretch. So it's going to dry, but it's going to stay stretched out.
I got you.
Because one thing that black women don't like when they have their natural hair is that it's going to shrink up and you're going to look like you got a little itty curly bob. And most women don't like it. That's usually the biggest problem that I come into, where I don't like the way my hair looks. I don't like looking like little Annie, the orphan child, because my hair is curled up like that. And when I see them, I think beautiful. But I understand, because when I was first doing it, I was like, I don't like my hair. That's something that you got to deal with. That's something that you learn as you're going. But if you're never going through it,
that's real.
you're never
going to
learn.
Yeah.
As soon as they say, I don't like it. Guess what they about to put on?
Shoot.
That wig.
That wig.
Or that weave. You know? So you have to go through that first to understand what your hair is going to do, how your hair is going to react, and then what you can do to combat that. My thing is the banding down. Some people might do a twist. Some people might do a braid. You know, depending on the texture of your hair will let you know what you should do next. But what has already happened is you just revitalize your hair by adding products to your hair, natural, organic products to your hair. You just moisturize your hair and you condition your hair. That's
true. Okay.
So this also allows you to get rid of a conditioner, like a pump bottle conditioner that you use with your hair. It allows you to get rid of that because now you can comb through your hair. It softens your hair and allows you to detangle your hair, right? Now, the main ingredient that goes with this is water, okay? A lot of women are afraid of water. That goes all the way back to them perm and straight iron and all them days. You can't put water in your hair.
That's real.
Right?
That's real.
So if you're afraid of water, then you're afraid to have natural hair.
Right.
Your hair is not going to be the way you want it to because you don't put water in it. Your body needs water.
You need water,
your hair is part of your body.
That's real.
It needs just as much water.
That's real.
Okay?
100%.
So with that, you bring in the water to your hair and you let the water rinse down to the tips and let it moisturize and condition and revitalize your hair. Then you style your hair after that. You will see the results within a week because now your hair is going to have a shine. It's going to have a luster. It's going to be able to move freely. It's going to be healthy.
Right.
You know, because now you're nourishing your hair with a good product.
Right.
You don't always need another product in your hair after that.
Right.
I use that only.
Easy. Wow, that's it. That's dope.
Now, if I wanted a gel or something to define curls, I use aloe.
True. That's good stuff.
Or, you know, something else natural.
That's
but
dope.
I don't have to do that. It's not something that's necessary to put in my hair. Once I put that in it, I'm good.
You're good, yeah.
You have oil in your hair. And usually oil is a heavy product. You know, oil is more heavier.
I got you. 100%.
Okay? So it's going to heavy down your hair. Now, I'm not saying pour a whole bunch of oil in your hair. I'm saying your hair is going to have a weight to it to keep it how it's supposed to be.
True.
Keep the frizz and things like that.
There's not an oil for my hair. You're right, though. My beard, you know, that's dope. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a fan of oil. I'm sure some other stuff in there, though, but, you know, I got 2 or 3 drops. You know what I'm saying? And I was just feeling my hair when you was talking. Make sure I got those same qualities. You know what I'm saying? It feels good. I got a good product. But I got to try your side, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, chat. Hey, GBS, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I got the founder and CEO here, Ms. Rena. Hey, before we close out, I gave her a challenge like 5 minutes ago, right? And the challenge was she got to come up to the camera. Cameras, we got 2 cameras. So y'all can actually see how healthy her hair is. And y'all can buy the product. So we're gonna get it done right now. You gonna set that challenge?
You gotta find my light, man.
Huh?
You gotta find my light.
Well, it picked up.
But it's blowing in the wind. So.
Nah, you gotta go to the camera.
To the camera itself, like.
Yeah, you gotta go to the camera. Yeah, you gotta be scared now. You got.
My hair natural. My hair probably is that. These are my curls. My hair goes roughly around to my mid waist. So let me see if I can pull it. It's pretty long. Now, I like to cut my hair every now and then.
Right.
You know, just to, you know, natural hair, it gets long and it gets unruly sometimes. But you have to learn how to take care of it. You have to learn when your hair needs something else to go with it. So I've learned my natural hair product and my oil, it keeps my hair conditioned, it keeps it moisturized. Okay?
Dope. Hey,
my hair, the wind might just bush.
Yo, I appreciate that challenge. Hey, chat, thank y'all so much. Y'all tune in, man. Love y'all as always. GBS Pod Show. Hey, stay tuned for the next episode. We got to bring it back. I think this time we bring it back, we be like more in depth about the mindset of a person. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. I see you know a lot of history about that. And so, that just do it, man. I appreciate you coming out. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. For real. Appreciate y'all.